Welcome to Full Course Online. In this video, we'll start from the very beginning with Windows 11, checking system requirements, downloading the ISO, creating a bootable USB, and installing it step by step. Then, we'll explore the basics of using Windows 11 so even complete beginners can feel confident. Let's get started. Windows 11 brings a modern and refreshed experience, but it also comes with stricter system requirements compared to previous versions. These include a compatible 64-bit processor with at least 1 GHz speed and 2 or more cores, 4 GB of RAM, 64 GB of storage, UEFI firmware with secure boot, TPM version 2.0, and a DirectX 12 compatible graphics card. We will explore in details how to find each requirement on our PC. Be with us till the end of the video. In order to install Windows 11, the PC should have TPM 2.0. This part of video shows how computers show when there is no TPM. Method number 1 to check your TPM is: press Windows key and R key together to bring this run window. Type tpm.msc. It should open the Trusted Platform Module Management Console. It is shown that compatible Trusted Platform Module TPM cannot be found on this computer. If your PC has the same message, then it means that the PC has no TPM. But if it also says that verify this computer has a 1.2 TPM or later and it is turned on and in the BIOS, then it means this PC has a TPM installed but it is disabled. The second way to find out whether your PC has TPM installed or not is: search for PowerShell. Run PowerShell as an administrator. And type the command get TPM. And the result is displayed. TPM present is false. TPM ready is also false. TPM enabled is false. TPM activated is false. All these entries are false. It means that there is no TPM installed or it is disabled. The third method is go to the Device Manager by typing dvmgmt.mse in the Run window. The Device Manager console will open. And look for TPM in the area where the device starts with letter S. It should be somewhere after Software Devices. I cannot see it, which means there is no TPM. The final method is go to Setting. Then Update and Security. Then Windows Security. And then open Windows Security button. On the left side panel, click on Device Security. I cannot see any device. It means that TPM is not installed. Now in this section we would know how to enable TPM if your PC has TPM installed and it is disabled. BIOS settings might be different than this PC. Check your PC vendor for that. In this case, go to BIOS setting. Click on Security. And then click on TPM Security. You can see this is deactivated. In order to activate TPM, I have to click on Activate. And along with that I have 5 more entries. At least check TPM Security and TPM ACPI support. And click on Apply. Now let us see PC settings when TPM is enabled or when your PC has TPM installed again. The first method is open your Run window by pressing Windows key plus R key on keyboard. Type tpm.msc. And you should see Trusted Platform Module Management Console on this PC. This time you know it is different. You can see in the status area that TPM is ready to use. TPM version is 1.2. The second method is: right-click PC. Click on Manage. Go to Device Manager. And this time you can see there is a new entry called Security Devices and there is a Trusted Platform Module 1.2. Although Microsoft recommends you to install Windows 11 with the TPM higher than 2.0. Go to the Properties. Click on the General tab. And the TPM version is 1.2. To confirm TPM, another way is open PowerShell as an administrator and type the command get TPM. TPM present is true. This time TPM ready enabled activated. These entries true, which mean TPM is installed. The final method is go to Setting of the PC. Click on Update and Security. Windows Security. Open Windows Security. And then Device Security. You can see there is a security processor entry. If you click on Security Processor Details, you can see who is the manufacturer of this TPM and what is the version. It is 1.2. According to Microsoft, your processor should be at least 1 GHz or faster with 2 or more cores. And that processor should be on compatible 64 processor list. You can see a website of PC World and there is a list of CPUs that are officially able to run Windows 11. The first list is about Intel processors. You can see there is 8th generation, 9th generation, and so on. For AMD CPUs, which are compatible with Windows 11, the list is above 2000 series. In order to check your own PC, there are a few methods. The first one is click on Start button. Go to Settings. Click on System. And at the end on the left side, click on About. And you can see the information related to your own computer. So this computer has Intel Core i5 4th generation CPU with 3 GHz speed. The second method you can use to identify your processor is press Ctrl, Shift, and Escape. And the Task Manager will open. Click on Performance. And click on CPU. Here you can see again the processor is Intel Core i5, 3.2 GHz. While down at the right side you can see this PC has 4 cores in the processor. On Microsoft website, to install Windows 11, minimum requirement for RAM is 4 GB. Which means that if your PC has less than 4 GB of memory, you need upgradation of RAM 4. I would recommend you. If you are a basic user, then 4 GB is enough. If you are office worker, you do browsing and streaming, then you should use 8 GB. If you are a creator or you do light gaming, then 16 GB is recommended. And for programmers or power users, or if you are running virtual machines, then 32-bit plus. Let's see now how to find out how much RAM our PC has. Open Windows Explorer. Go to the Properties of PC. Click on About. And you can see how much RAM is installed on this PC and at which type of RAM it is. DDR3 or DDR4. Amount of RAM is also given here. Another way to find out amount of RAM the PC has is press Ctrl, Shift, and Escape. Go to Performance tab. Click on Memory. And see there is total 8 GB of memory. The type of RAM is DDR3. Here it is shown how much RAM is in use and how much is available, which shows how much load your PC has right now. On the Microsoft support website, you can see that the storage requirement for Windows 11 is a 64 GB or larger storage device. If your PC doesn't have a large enough drive, then you have to upgrade your drive. Now, how to find out if the computer's hard drive is enough for the Windows 11 installation. So be with us till the end of this video. The very basic information about your hard drive storage is from the Windows Explorer, which shows how many drives there are, what the size of each drive is, how much space each drive has free, and how much is occupied. Another way to find out the storage space is: go to the properties of your PC. Click on About. And in the top corner, you can see the total storage, which is 466 GB. The used space is given. Similarly, click on the storage on the left side panel. And it shows by default the C drive space, which is 250 GB in this case, and how much is occupied. If you want to find out about other drives, click on the View Storage Usage on other drives. In this case, there are 2 drives. To check the total storage on the PC, right-click on the PC. Click Manage. It should open the Computer Management console. Click on Disk Management. It shows you the total space, how much each drive is occupying. There is another way to find out about the storage. Press Ctrl+Shift plus Escape keys. Click on Performance. And then the third option. And it gives you some extra information apart from the storage. It shows you the capacity, along with its active and average response time, and its write speed. Microsoft recommends SSD drives over hard drives. If you are planning to install Windows 11, an SSD is a good choice. You need a graphics card compatible with DirectX 12 or later, with a WDDM 2.0 driver. Display requirements are that the computer graphics card must support a resolution equal to 720 pixels or higher than that. The diagonal screen size should be a minimum of 9 inches. The color depth should be at least 8 bits per color channel. Let us see. Check our computer for these requirements. The very first and basic step is to right-click on your desktop and go to Display Settings. There is a list of resolutions that this graphics card or monitor can support. You can see the minimum requirements for Windows 11. The second way to find out information about your GPU is: press Ctrl, Shift, and the Escape key. Go to the Performance tab and click on GPU. You can find out the model of this graphics card. How much memory is allocated to the GPU? How much shared memory is it using? And what percentage is it utilizing right now? The DirectX X version is also given, which is 12 in this case. There is another way to find out the information. Press the Windows key plus R to bring up the Run window. Type DXDIAG. It shows the summary. DirectX version can be seen, which is 12. Click on the Display tab. The graphics card model. Manufacturer. The memory it is using. The memory allocated for the graphics card. And the current display size. One last way to find out is to go to Settings. Click on the System. And the very first option is to display. The resolutions this PC supports are given. Click on Advanced Display Settings. The desktop resolution and refresh rate are given, which is 60 Hz. The bit depth is also given here, which is 8 bits and the minimum requirement for Windows 11. First open Google and search for PC Health Check for Windows 11. Select the third link, which is Microsoft official link. Scroll a bit and click on Download the PC Health app. It is not working, so what to do now? Again, search for this tool on Google. And this time, let us download from a third-party website. Click on this green download button. The file is small and should take few seconds. After the download is complete, go to the download location and run the exe file. Accept the license agreement on first screen, and after a while it is installed. Click on Finish. This windows will pop up. Click on Check Now button. And now you can get 3 kinds of messages. If your PC meets the minimum requirements for Windows 11 installation, then you should get this message. If some of the requirements are fulfilled and some are not, then you can get a message like this, which shows which component is not enough for Windows 11 installation. And this message you could receive if your PC does not support Windows 11 installation. Open your web browser and search for Windows 11 Media Creation Tool. Click on the Microsoft official link. The link is also given in the description. Scroll down to the section that says Create Windows 11 Installation Media, and click the Download Now button. This tool will help you create installation media using a USB flash drive or download an ISO file for DVD burning. Once the tool is downloaded, open it directly or go to the download location and run it. After a few seconds, the setup window will appear. Accept the license terms to continue. Now, you'll be asked to select the language and edition of Windows 11. You can leave the checkbox, use the recommended options, or uncheck it to manually choose your language and edition of Windows. Click Next to continue. You'll now choose how you want to create the installation media, either a USB flash drive or an ISO file. Select USB flash drive. This is the most common option. Click Next. We'll go with a USB flash drive, which is the easiest and fastest way. Make sure your USB is at least 8 GB and doesn't contain important files, because it will be formatted. Now choose the USB drive from the list. Plug in a USB drive if you haven't already. Select the correct USB from the list. Click Next. The tool will now download Windows 11 and create your bootable USB. This may take some time depending on your internet speed. Let the download and setup complete. You'll see a progress bar. Make sure not to remove the USB or turn off your PC during this process. Once it's done, you'll see a message saying your USB flash drive is ready. Click Finish to close the tool. That's it. You now have a fully working Windows 11 installation media. You can use it to install or reinstall Windows 11 on any compatible PC. First, make sure Windows 11 bootable USB is inserted into PC. Restart the PC. Select your USB drive from the list. Press Enter to boot from USB. The Windows 11 installer will load. Choose your language, time format, and keyboard layout. Click Next. Click Install Now. If you have a product key, enter it. If not, click I don't have a product key. Accept the license terms. Click Next again. Now choose installation type. Click Upgrade if you want to keep your files and apps. Click Custom for a clean install. If doing a clean install, select your main Windows partition. Windows will now start installing. Your PC will restart several times during this. Wait for the setup to finish. This may take 10 to 30 minutes. When setup resumes, select your region, and then click Next. Choose your keyboard layout. Connect to Wi-Fi if internet is available, otherwise you can skip it. Enter your name, click Next. Enter your password or you can leave it blank. Set your privacy preferences. Disable or enable tracking as needed. Choose whether to sync with OneDrive or not. Do you want to turn on location or not? And then click. Windows will finish setting things up. This might take a few more minutes. Once complete, you'll be at the Windows 11 desktop. The first is Widgets. To open Widgets, move the mouse pointer to the left edge of the desktop and the widget panel will slide in. Or press Windows key plus W on the keyboard for an instant open. Widgets are small live information cards, weather, news, calendar, stocks, and more that slide in from the left side of the screen. You can see that widgets are designed slightly raised above the taskbar so they don't overlap and clutter the desktop. The next is Taskbar. The taskbar in Windows 11 gets a fresh look. Icons are centered by default, including the Start button. The Start button still opens the same basic menu, pinned apps, recommended items, and access to all apps and settings. Click the Windows icon in the center to open Start. To pin an app to the taskbar, open the app. Right-click its icon, pin to taskbar. Or drag an app from the Start menu onto the taskbar. To change the taskbar alignment, center or left, right-click a blank space on the taskbar. Taskbar settings. Expand taskbar behaviors. Set taskbar alignment to left or center. You can also toggle taskbar items, search, widgets, task view, from. Now let's move to the search box. Search in Windows 11 is improved and centralizes local files, apps, settings, and web results. To search, click the search icon on the taskbar or press Windows key plus S. Type the name of a file, an app, a setting, or any phrase. Results appear instantly with filters for apps, documents, web, settings, email, etc. Click a result to open the file, app, or a web result. Now move the main part, and that is desktop. The desktop is still your main working canvas, and Windows 11 gives it a cleaner, brighter look with sharper edges and higher visual polish. Right-click the desktop. Personalize. This opens Settings, Personalization. To change the background or wallpaper. You can apply a theme from the Themes page. To hide desktop icons, right-click Desktop. View. Uncheck Show Desktop Icons. To change scale or resolution of the desktop, right-click Desktop. Then Display Setting. And adjust scale and display resolution to reduce eye strain. Now comes the profile. Your profile picture and account controls are integrated into the Start area. To show and access, click your profile icon in the Start menu. From here you can switch users, sign out, lock, or go to account settings to switch between a Microsoft account and a local account. In account settings you can also manage sync, password, and privacy settings related to your Microsoft account. In the last notification area, Windows 11 separates the quick settings, Wi-Fi, volume, brightness, Bluetooth, etc., and the notification center, but both are easier to access than before. To open quick settings, Wi-Fi, volume, brightness, click the group of icons in the lower right, network, volume, battery, or press Windows key plus A. To access Notification Center and Calendar, click the Date and Time area, or press Windows key plus N. Notifications appear here next to the calendar. Click the Windows icon in the center of the taskbar, or press the Windows key on your keyboard. The Start menu floats above the taskbar, centered on your screen, and will appear in front of any open windows. The Start menu is split into 4 main sections: Search, Pinned Apps, Recommended, Recent, Files, and Account or Power at the bottom. We'll go through each section in detail. At the top is the Search area. Note that clicking the Search field launches the dedicated search panel. It doesn't let you type directly inside the small box. If you prefer keyboard search, press Windows plus S or just press Windows and start typing. That will also run a search. Below Search you'll see your pinned apps, apps you want quick access to. If the app you need isn't pinned, click All Apps to view the full list. We'll cover that next. To pin an app to start, find the app in All Apps or from an app tile, right-click the app, choose Pin to start. To unpin, right-click a pinned icon, unpin from Start. To rearrange pinned apps, click and drag an icon to a new position. If you don't see the app you want, click All Apps to open the full, scrollable list. Apps are organized alphabetically with a pinned section optionally shown at the top. From here you can also right-click an app to pin to start or pin to taskbar. The Recommended section shows files and apps you recently opened or use frequently, great for quickly returning to work. At the bottom of the Start menu you'll find your profile and the Power button. Click your profile picture or name to open account options. Options include change account settings, lock, and sign out. Similarly, click the power icon. Choose sleep, shut down, or restart. You can show most used apps and add a set of folders next to the power button for quick access. Here's how to enable those features. Open Settings, click the Settings icon in Pinned Apps or press Windows plus I. Go to on the left side panel Personalization. Then click Start. Toggle on Show Most Used Apps and Show Recently Added Apps. To add folders next to Power, click Folders and toggle on the folders you want. For example, Documents, Downloads. Now open the Start menu again. You'll see most used apps appear and the folders you added next to the Power button. A few important limits to know: you cannot resize the Start menu or completely change its core style. However, you can change the overall Windows color mode, light, dark, or custom, and this will update the Start menu's appearance. Open Settings. Personalization. Colors. Under Choose Your Mode, pick Light, Dark, or Custom. The Start menu, taskbar, and other UI elements will follow this setting. First, right-click anywhere on the desktop and select Personalize. This opens the main Appearance Settings window. Here, the first option is Background. When this window opens on the top, we have a Sign In button to sign into OneDrive account for taking backup of background images. The background can be personalized with multiple options. Open the drop-down list. You can choose from Picture, Solid Color, Slideshow, and Windows Spotlight. The recent images are displayed. You can click on the Browse button and locate the image on your computer to be used as background. If the image is small, then you have many options to display that image as background. You can fill the whole background with one image, but this will result in stretching the image. The tile will fill the whole screen with the original size of the image. The next option is using a solid color as background. The first option is to change the mode. You may choose dark or light. Here you can change the accent color. There are two options, automatic and manual. Let me select this red color, and you can see the options and notification menu. Choose the color you like. The next options are changing theme. Click Themes to completely change the look and feel of Windows. A theme includes background, colors, sounds, and mouse cursor. Click on the Browse Theme button to download new ones from the Microsoft Store. Now let us change some icon setting. Click on the desktop icon setting. You can turn on and off to show these icon or shortcuts on your desktop. Let me select Computer and User Files. And click Apply. You can see both the icons now. Similarly, you can change the shape of the icon by clicking Change Icon button. Select from the library of many images or leave the default ones. To change the image of Windows 11 lock screen. The lock screen option lets you set the background image that appears when your PC is locked. You can choose Windows Spotlight, Picture, or Slideshow. Let me select a picture and then browse for the image. You can also choose which widget appears on the lock screen. Press Windows key +L to lock the screen, and see the image is now displayed here. The next option is to change the layout of Start menu. To do that, click on Start option. If you want to learn more about Start menu, I have a complete video in the same playlist. You can click here to watch that video. We have three layouts. This is the Pins section, and this is Recommended section. Now by the first option, the Start menu will have more for pin items. And selecting the last option will increase the area for Recommended section. Default is Balance. Let us move to the next option, which is Folder. If you want to add shortcuts to certain folders on the Start menu, next to the Power button, then the list is given. Let me turn on Documents, Downloads, Music, and Picture. Open the Start menu and you can notice the shortcuts. Select the Taskbar option to change taskbar settings. Select the style for the search box, or completely turn it off. You can show just icon or with the search box. The black and white icon at Task View icon, if you want to learn more about Task View. I have a complete video in the same playlist. You can click here to watch that video. This option is used to turn on or off the task view. And this. To make the widgets shortcut appear or disappear from the taskbar, use this option. If you want to learn more about widgets, I have a complete video in the same playlist. You can click here to watch that video. Pin menu is used if you have pen with your screen. The last option we are showing here is Keyboard. It is on-screen keyboard. Choose from the options to show it every time, never, or when the physical keyboard is not plugged. You can also select which apps appear in notification area by toggle the options off or on. And that's a complete guide to Windows 11 appearance settings. You can open Task View two ways. Click the Task View icon on the taskbar, the overlapping squares, or press Windows plus Tab on your keyboard. I'll use the shortcut so you see both. If you don't see the Task View icon, go to Settings, Personalization, then Taskbar, Taskbar Items, and turn on Task View. Task View has two main areas. The Open Tasks panel on top, thumbnails for every open app or window, and the Desktops area along the bottom, where you create and switch virtual desktops. Thumbnails match the size and shape of each window. For example, a full-screen browser shows as a wide rectangle. If you have lots of windows, the Open Tasks panel becomes scrollable. Just scroll to find what you need. To restore a window, just click its thumbnail. The app opens at full size on your desktop and appears in front of everything else. You can close windows directly from Task View, hover a thumbnail and click the X in the corner. Right-click a window in Task View for extra options. Select Snap Left or Snap Right to position the window on one side of the screen. Use these when arranging two apps side by side. If I have just one app open, like in my case I have opened Edge browser, there is no problem, I can see it on my screen, I can work, I can resize and I can drag it where I want. Now, I open File Explorer, but what if I want to see both the Edge browser and the File Explorer on same screen at one time? What should I do now? There is a solution. Place the cursor on title bar, click and drag it one side, like this, and when it touches the side of the screen, a box will appear and just leave it there. Though the other app will adjust itself, but you can do the same with Edge browser. Take it to the right side and when the box appears, leave, and now we can see that both the applications are displayed. Now let us open third application, for example Paint Program. This has hidden both the other apps. I want to see them all on one screen. What should I do now? Let us create space for Paint Program. Let me drag the Edge browser the corner of the screen and a small box appear, making room for Paint Program. Now all the three apps are displayed. What if we want to accommodate more apps, or we want to change the layout? That's where the Snap Layout comes to help us. Let me open some more apps, like Notepad, Calculator, and Settings. You know, on every app there are three buttons given at the corner. One is Minimize. The other is Close button. And the middle one is now Snap Layout button. Just hover the cursor on it, and you will see 9 layouts. Keeping in view the number of applications, select a layout that best suits your needs. For example, I am selecting the one with 3 vertical boxes. When I hover the mouse, the blue box is suggesting me where I want to put the setting application. I am selecting the left side. And as I selected, the settings application sets there, with the 2 other boxed are alongside. In the middle box I want to put Paint Program, so select Paint, and it has occupied the second box. Now select any other app you like and place it in the third box. These 3 apps are now in one group. What about other apps? Let us create another group. Repeat the process for each app. Hover the mouse over Layout button, select the layout and put the app there. Click on the Task View button and we can see there are 2 groups. In one group, there is Calculator, Paint and Settings, while in the other Edge browser and File Explorer can be seen. An application with the group can be resized. Open the group and hover the mouse between 2 applications, and a vertical bar appears. You can adjust the size of the application. You can do the same horizontally. To learn about multiple desktops in Windows 11, let us open few applications. Now, click on the plus icon to add another desktop. Desktop 2 has been added. The other applications are still open in the main desktop. Don't worry, they haven't been closed. Right-click the new desktop and select Background. Let me select another background. And then close it. Now you can see both the desktop have different backgrounds. You can also choose to move a desktop to the left or right. You can right-click the apps in Task View to send them to another desktop. You can also drag and drop windows or apps from one desktop to another. What if you want an application to be available in all desktops? To get around this problem, open the Task View. and right-click on an app or window. From the menu, choose Show this window on all desktops. To close empty or extra desktops, hover the mouse over and click on the cross button. Doing this doesn't close any apps down, so you don't need to manually move them yourself. It just automatically adds them to the main desktop for you. With Task View open, right-click Desktop Thumbnail to rename it. Use names like Work and Personal. To open File Explorer, click the folder icon on the taskbar or pressing Windows and the E key together. The Explorer window is divided into three main sections. The first on the left side is Navigation pane. The second part is the main body of the Explorer, where all the files and folders are shown, depending which area you have selected in Navigation pane. The third row is Detail pane. This pane can be enabled or disabled. This shows the details of files or shows the preview of video or image file. In the top right corner, you will see the Minimize, Close buttons. Hovering over the Maximize button reveals the Snap Layouts panel. I have another video on how to use Snap Layout. Check this video. Then there comes Address bar. It shows the current location and the whole path of the file or folder. When you click inside the address, it changes to the path where the file or folder is stored. Search box is located on the right side. Windows 11 uses improved search algorithms, making it faster and easier to find files, folders, or even system settings. To search for Word file, I am typing .doc file, and the list is shown containing text files. Now let us explore the menu. For that I have to open a folder containing some files for demonstration. Certain options are disabled unless you select a file or folder. The first item is New. Click on New and this will open a small menu, where you have the option to create folder, office files or compressed folder. Once a file is selected, the options for Copy, Cut, Share and Delete are enabled. You may also want to sort a long list of files. Similarly, you can change the view of the files by selecting extra large icons, or small icons, or with details. You can also enable or disable the detailed preview pane from here. Once disabled or enable, the right pane appears and disappears. The preview option shows the content of the file selected. If it is image or video, it previews the image or video. Some options in the menu are contextual and only appears when related file is selected. For example, when the image is selected, you can see 3 other options are visible. Now come to the navigation pane. Click Home button brings you to the main screen of Explorer. Clicking on Gallery opens images, audio and video files. Right now, there are no files. Let me add a folder. Click Add a Folder button, browse for a folder containing images or media files, and select it. And now you can see the items are listed in Gallery. If OneDrive is configured and connected, you can access it by clicking on OneDrive icon. Right now we're not connected. If you want to learn about OneDrive, from installation to configuration, and want to learn everything about OneDrive, there is a complete playlist on this channel. The link is given. At the very bottom of the Explorer is information bar, which show the number of item in the folder and the size of the selected file. In Windows 11, the Cut, Copy, Paste, and Rename icons have a fresh new look compared to older versions. They work the same way, but may take a little getting used to. Right-click the file or folder and you will be able to see these options on the top of the menu. And that's it. Subscribe this channel for more such videos. Thank you.